Chapter 15 of The Golden Canyon by G.A. Henty. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Rifle shots. Another 5 minutes they entered a gorge so blocked with rocks that had fallen from above that they had the greatest difficulty in leading the horses over them. "It could not be better," Dave said. "We can stop them here. Zeke, do you go on with Dick. See how far this goes, and what the chances are when we get out of it. If you can see any way of climbing the side of the valley, come back and tell us. Then I reckon the best thing will be for you to take the horses down and go straight up, leaving Dick to tell us exactly where you have gone up. Then, as soon as it is quite dark, we will be off and follow you. They won't be able to pick up the trail, and will guess we have gone straight down the valley. Anyhow, it will give us another 12 hours start." Zeke nodded. "We may as well take the critters down at once," he said. "It may be 2 or 3 miles before we can find a place where we can get out of this valley, and there ain't no use making 2 journeys of it." Somewhat reluctantly, Dick followed Zeke, driving the horses before them. They had been gone but 5 minutes when he heard the crack of a rifle behind them. "Do you think they are sure to be able to hold that place?" "They are safe for some time anyhow," Zeke said. "As soon as the redskins see that they are brought to a stand, they will draw off and wait till the bands that have gone up the other valleys join them. No doubt, as soon as they had made out our tracks again, they sent a couple of men off to fetch them back, but I reckon they wouldn't have seen them till they got 4 or 5 miles down, and by that time the other bands would have been as much farther up the side valleys, and the messengers would have a long ride before they overtook them, 10 or 12 miles maybe, and they would have all that to come down again, so they would be pretty well 4 hours behind. They had just joined the first band, and in 4 hours it will be dark enough for Dave to draw off. There they go again." Shot after shot echoed among the cliffs. The gorge extended for another mile, and then widened rapidly. A mile and a half farther, the sides were clad with trees, and the slope, although still steep, was, Zeke said, possible for horses to scramble up. "They will go up there safe enough," he said. 5 of them with nothing to carry, and the other 4 ain't heavy loaded. You see them 2 trees standing alone on the crest there?" "I see them, Zeke." "Well, that is to be your mark. You will make them out plainly enough in the moonlight. I shall be just down beyond them. I need not tell you to be careful how you go when you get beyond the shelter of the trees below. Dave will know all about that. Now you can be off back again." Dick started back at a run, and in less than half an hour joined the other 3 among the rocks. "Found a place, lad?" "Yes, they have started up." "I am glad you are back. These fellows look as if they were going to make an attack on us. They are about 25 of them, and I guess they know as well as we do that it will be dark before their friends join them. However, I don't think they will make a rush. They will lose heart when 3 or 4 of their number get shot, and weaken when it comes to climbing these rocks in face of our 6-shooters. Now, do you 2 lads keep below. Get down right among the rocks so that you can fire out through some hole between them, and directly you have fired, get out of the line, for a stray bullet might come in." Scarcely had the boys taken their position and looked along their barrels when they saw a dozen dark figures spring up among the rocks 50 yards away. 2 shots were fired by the miners, and 2 of the Indians fell forward. Then one after another the lads fired, as they felt sure of their aim, while at the same moment 2 sharper cracks sounded close to them, for the Colt at 40 yards is as deadly a weapon as a rifle. 3 more of the Indians fell, and the rest sank down behind rocks and opened fire at the position held by the whites. These reloaded rapidly. "Now keep a sharp lookout," Dave said, "but don't fire unless they rise again. Joe and I will make it hot for them as they raise their heads to take aim." The rifles were fired but twice, and then the fire of the Indians ceased. "I think we have accounted for 2 more," Joe said. "We shan't hear any more of them. 7 out of 25 is a sharp lesson, and the first man who fell was their chief, I reckon, and they will wait till the sub-chiefs with the other bands come up. Now the sooner the sun goes down, the better. There is one thing, it will be dark here an hour before it is on the hilltops." "Why shouldn't we fall back at once?" Tom asked. "Because, like enough, they will open fire occasionally, and if we didn't reply, they would think we had made off and would follow us and pick up the trail where the horses left the valley. We have got to wait here until it is too dark for them to follow the trail. The moment it is dark enough for that, we are off." It was just getting dusk when Dave said suddenly, "There is one of the other bands coming up. They are a good bit away yet, but I can hear them." Dick could only make out a low, continuous murmur that sounded to him like a distant waterfall. "What do you think, Joe?" Dave said. "Would it be safe to make a run for it? We might beat off the first attack, but some of us are safe either to get killed or hurt too badly to travel. They will talk for a quarter of an hour at least after they come up, and by the time they find we have gone and got their horses over these rocks and got down to the mouth of this gorge, it will be too dark for them to follow the tracks." "I am with you, Dave," Joe said as he discharged his rifle. "That is one more wiped out. He was just going to fire to see whether we were here still. That has answered the question. Now let us be off. Go as quiet as you can, lads, and don't make the slightest noise. Just creep along until we are 300 or 400 yards away. You may be sure that they are listening." For a quarter of a mile they moved very cautiously. "Now I think we are safe," Dave said, breaking into a run. At a steady trot they kept on down the gorge. Just as they reached its mouth, they heard a faint yell in the distance. "They have found we are off. They will be 5 minutes and more before they have brought up their horses and got over the rocks, and they will go pretty cautious because they will be expecting to be ambushed. It is getting pretty dark now, and we shall be in among the trees before they are out." End of chapter 15.